Yo, what's going on, people? Inside this video, I'm going to be breaking down the full guide to finally transform your life and move with speed towards your vision. Now, if you're someone who's been living life on a loop for many months or even years and still not seeing the results you want, even though you know all of the strategies and how to get there, inside this video, I'm going to be giving you all of the principles and the foundations that I've applied for myself, which have literally helped me permanently make a change within my reality and within my mind. Now, if you don't know me, my name's Kian. I help guys and girls just like you build the foundations within their mind to achieve their desired reality. So this video is going to be very raw. It's going to be straight to the point, no fancy edits, and I'm going to be breaking down each point that you need to go ahead and transform your life. So I highly suggest you take notes during this video and make sure you watch this and study this in depth. Now, if you don't know me, I used to be a completely lost and disorganized university student a few years ago. And I used to be clubbing 3-4 times a week. I didn't really have a clue what I was doing in life. I was sleeping late. I was just living in this loop and this bubble within my reality. And I just didn't know what I wanted in life. Basically, it hit a point where I realized that if I didn't personally change, then nothing in my reality would change either. So that's when I made one of the scariest decisions of my life, which was leaving university and taking things into my own control to build my career, build my health, and basically take full control of my reality. It wasn't just making more money, it wasn't just about getting my dream physique, it was about making change in literally every area of my life, no matter how small or big it was. It was time to literally shake up everything in order to cause something new to happen within my life. So I'll put some pictures up over the screen. You can see I went from being in university, out clubbing, to working a supermarket job, pulling 1,000 kg pallets off of lorries at 6 a.m. in the morning, to basically living a life of freedom. I'm able to make money anywhere that I want in the world. I'm traveling the world, and you can see here how quickly things changed for me. I was in university and I didn't understand how to train in the gym, and I bulked up from 67 kg to 86 kg within the span of a year and a half, and then I cut back down to 73 kg, maintained all of my muscle mass, and got absolutely shredded. And once again, this process taught me something, and it's that I must become an entirely new version of myself in order to actually change my reality. So I know this is truly possible for you because I've been the lost university student, I've been the struggling worker, I've been the unconfident guy in the gym, so I've been there, man. But through a clear system of growth, I was able to fully transform my life, and it's only going to continue going from here. Now, you clicked on this video for a reason, so commit to watching this in full, and by the end of this video, if you stick around, I'll be giving away something which is really going to help you apply everything that I speak about inside this video. And the entire purpose of this video is really to help you become your best self. This video is literally going to help you quantum jump to an entirely new reality. It's going to be a massive catalyst for change for you, so take notes, apply this, and I promise you it's going to change your life. Step 1 to this entire process is building a super clear vision. I want you to ask yourself, what do you truly want in life? Not what you don't want, but what you truly want in life. Now, I want you to imagine that you're in a movie and you're the main character, and you're the creator of this movie, and you can get this character to do whatever you want. You can put him in a penthouse, you can put him on a beachfront villa, give this character whatever you truly desire in your reality. Because you can design this person to be whoever you want to be. What house do they have? What clothes are they wearing? What do their relationships look like? How are they with their family? What's their physique? You want to go ahead and write down all of these points with absolute clarity and detail, and this way you're going to be able to paint a clear picture of exactly what you want. And best way to do this is to write it out in bullet points with clear statements and affirmations such as I am statements, I feel statements, and you're just going to write it out in bullet points for now. And once you've written down everything you want in your external reality, then you can go ahead and do this, which is to create a movie scene of this character. And you're going to put yourself in this character's shoes, and you're literally going to write out an entire day in the life of what this character's days basically look like. From the minute they wake up to the minute they sleep, what would they be getting up to? Now, the reason why we do this is because stories are remembered up to 22 more times than facts alone. And when you're writing out something new, it's not going to be a habit for you to remember that thing. But when you write it out as a story, you're going to be way more likely to remember it. Such as if you think about your favorite movie, maybe you've only watched it once. Or if you think about those storybooks you read as a kid, chances are you still remember some of those storylines. So the reason we're going to do this, and the reason why we're going to put you in your own story and in your own movie scene, is simply so you impress your subconscious mind, and by impressing your subconscious mind, all of these things that you write down are going to be reflected into your reality. When something's fresh to your mind, you want to build it into a habit, and neurons that fire together wire together within your mind, and by constantly repeating this story, you're going to see things will change around you, especially when you feel that you're truly this movie character. You'll see things will change around you. So underneath your bullet points, you want to write out a very clear movie scene, get as detailed as you want, and give yourself permission to dream. Like, don't limit yourself to your current reality standards. Literally, man, if you want a Lamborghini, write that down. If you want a penthouse, write that down, bro. Now that you've got clear on your external reality, and you've got clear on the movie scene, you've got clear on how you want your lifestyle to be looking, what you want to do is you want to define very clearly what your internal state of mind will look like and who this internal character is of this movie scene. One thing to understand is that the world is a mirror, and this mirror reflects back your thoughts and your feelings, especially your most dominant ones. If your most dominant state throughout your day-to-day is anger, then the world is going to reflect that back to you. And also, if your most dominant state throughout the day is gratitude, the world is going to reflect that back to you as well. And you'll see this playing out in your life. If you simply look back at the past week or the past month or even 90 days, you'll see that there's repeated loops, okay? You'll see the way that people react to you on a daily basis. You'll see the way your environment is on a daily basis. And all of this is the cause of your thoughts and feelings. So what we must do is go ahead and reprogram these thoughts and feelings by writing the ones that are aligned with our vision. Very simply, what you want to ask yourself is, how would you be feeling once you have this movie scene that you've written down? What emotions would you be feeling? Because when you get clear on what you want, your thoughts are going to send a signal out to the universe or to God to actually ask for what you want. And when you feel those emotions, you're literally going to be creating an electromagnetic field through your heart. You can do the research on this, and you're going to be drawing to you exactly what you want. Essentially, you become a magnet. Okay, thoughts send the signal, feelings draw it back. And most people believe that they can only feel an emotion once they've actually achieved their desired reality. However, the truth is, if you give yourself permission right now to feel those emotions, you're just going to draw your desired reality to you. You're going to simply collapse the separation between you, like point A, and point B, which is you who already has everything. So what we want to do is, first of all, become aware of your current thoughts and your current feelings, and this way, by becoming aware of your current day-to-day state, you're going to be able to reach a stage of acceptance. And when you reach the stage of acceptance, you're literally moving up the vibrational chart from emotions of fear or emotions of scarcity to a state of acceptance. And then you're able to transcend these emotions by actually rewriting your new state of mind into your reality. Okay, so look back at your past week. This will be the best example. Look back at your past week. Look at what you've done from the minute you've woken up to the minute you've gone to sleep. And you'll be able to see your current thoughts and your feelings are playing out in your reality. Step 1, become aware. Step 2 is write out the new thoughts and the new feelings that your higher self would be feeling, especially on that movie scene, once they have everything. Get a piece of paper, put a line down the middle, put old thoughts and feelings, and put new thoughts and feelings on the other side. And you can quickly compare and see exactly each individual belief that you need to be working on in order to change your reality. And I want you to understand that this process can take time, because you're going to be fighting beliefs that you've been holding on to for the past 3 months, the past 12 months, 5 years, even 10 years, all the way from childhood since you were 5 years old. You're going to be fighting all of these old habits and programming that have been given to you from your external environment, from your parents, from your friends, from your teachers. If you believe you're shit at maths, chances are it's because some teacher just told you that. Or if you believe that you can't have that car, maybe it's because your parents said to you that you can't have that toy when you're younger. It goes a lot deeper. So you want to understand all of the beliefs that you're holding on to, and very simply become aware, accept, and then rewrite those beliefs in alignment with your higher self. Next thing I want to talk about is your reasons why. Your reasons why should be the driving force for you in your life to move towards what you want. Because you can have a very clear vision of exactly what you want externally in your reality, and you can also have a very clear vision of exactly how you should be operating in order to get what you want in your reality. However, if you don't have a reason for doing that thing, then you're going to very easily fall back to your current standards and your old self. So the human brain is designed to avoid danger and move to safety and be efficient and save energy. So if subconsciously there's any fear attached to this movie scene or this vision, then you're going to move back to your current self. And if subconsciously there's any excess energy exertion that's going to be required to move towards this vision, when you're using willpower and motivation, then you're simply going to move back to your old self and reach that state of equilibrium, which is this loop that you've been living your whole life. And that's when you go back to sleeping late, scrolling on Instagram, eating shit food, and doing habits that really aren't serving you in this life. Our subconscious mind is driving 95% of our behaviors. Our conscious mind, the logical thinking brain, is only 5%. So if your whole life you've been operating from the subconscious mind, you must understand what's been going on in there. And every single day we have around 60,000 thoughts. 90% of them are repetitive. And that's why you're also living on a loop. If your thoughts are the cause of your reality and your reality is the effects of your thoughts, then that's why you've been living in this loop, my guy. And the truth is, like, all of your current thoughts right now have been ingrained into your subconscious mind. Whether they serve you or don't serve you, your subconscious mind will simply accept those thoughts and beliefs as true. That's why they're playing out in your reality. So until you reprogram your subconscious mind, the mirror will always express into your reality what's being impressed into your subconscious mind. So without changing the cause, man, you're not going to change the effect. And the mirror, aka the external world, is just going to continue reflecting your deeply held beliefs until you confront them and face off with them. To go back to the point of reasons why, think about this. If you knew you had a flight to your dream destination tomorrow morning at 3 a.m., would you snooze your alarm? No, because you have a strong reason why, which is going to your dream destination. But why do you snooze your alarm when it comes to moving towards your goals and your business and your health and fitness? It's simply because you don't have a reason why. So you must understand that humans move away from pain towards pleasure. So if you attach pain to your current reality and pain to missing those actions, you're simply going to move towards the pleasure, which is getting those actions done and actually embodying your higher self. And when you attach a ridiculous amount of pleasure to your vision, you're going to constantly want to move towards that thing. However, if subconsciously right now you're attaching pain to that vision and you believe deep down that it's unachievable, then you're never going to get that thing, right? So you must become aware of like where you're attaching pain to things, where you're attaching pleasure to things, because more than likely you're attaching pleasure to scrolling on your phone, man, rather than actually working on your business. So I'm going to dive deeper into like the habit side of stuff, but one question you can answer right now is, what is the pain of not moving towards your vision? What would happen in your reality? Not just to you, but how would it affect others? I can give you an example of this. Imagine you're 40 years old and you're a guy who's been brought up in this generation where we have so much abundance and so many opportunities online to make money and secure our future and live a life of freedom. Imagine you're 40 and you never took action on any of this. And you have a kid now, you're taking your kid to school, you're in a beat up, rusty, silver car, and you pull up to the school gates and you see another dad in a Rolls Royce. And your son looks up to you and he's like, "Dad, why can't we have that car?" I want you to imagine this scene, okay? Imagine the pain of knowing that you didn't work hard enough when you were younger, especially when there were so many opportunities, in order to give your future family the things that they want. I'm not saying to strive for material success like cars and, you know, all of these fancy things, but just imagine the pain of regret, man. And when you get super clear on these things, you'll realize how you not taking the actions right now to be your higher self are going to affect everything and everyone around you. Now, on the flip side of this, the next question to ask yourself is, what is the pleasure of achieving your goals? And this is what I like to tap into a lot more than the pain, simply because where focus goes, energy flows. And ask yourself, how grateful would you feel when you have everything on your vision? How happy would your family be? How would it feel to give your wife and kids everything that they want? The best education, the best house, the best food? How about your parents? Retiring them, giving them a life of freedom. Ask yourself all of these things. And this is simply, everything that you have in your movie scene and your vision that you've written down in the first step. When you get clear on this, man, you'll see how painful it can be, number one, to not do the things that you should be doing, and how pleasurable it can be to actually embody your higher self. So to summarize that again, on your piece of paper or wherever you're taking notes, number one, attach a ridiculous amount of pain towards not achieving your vision. And number two, attach a ridiculous amount of pleasure towards achieving your vision. And get emotional, write down the emotions, write down the feelings, as at the end of the day, the end result of everything is pretty much a feeling, man. On a deeper level, next thing I'm going to be talking about is your habits and how to reprogram them. Show me your routines and I'll show you your life. A habit is formed by your thoughts create your feelings create your behaviors create your beliefs drive your habits, and then your habits create your identity, and then your identity is what's reflected into your reality. And you can see here your habits on a day-to-day basis are literally what are driving you to either stay in a loop or move towards your goals. Because a habit is simply just an automated subconscious routine that you don't think about. And this can either make or break you, man. So if you're not happy with your reality, chances are you just need to change your habits. So a habit is formed by a cue, a routine, and a reward. And I'll give you a few examples of this right now. So let's say you're someone who struggles to wake up on time. This is a habit in itself, even if it's not serving you. And this habit, you can see the cue is your alarm rings in the morning. The routine is you go ahead and snooze your alarm because you feel tired. And the reward is that you get some extra sleep and feel comfy in your bed. And you can see now how you've been rewarding your brain for things that aren't serving you this whole time. Same thing with food. The cue could be that you enter your kitchen, the routine could be that you open up the snack drawer, and the reward could be that you're eating chocolate. Even though you know you should be tracking your macros and eating clean in order to get your dream physique consciously, your subconscious mind doesn't know what's actually beneficial for you. It just simply moves towards pleasure. What you want to do right now is you want to go ahead and look at your current reality and write down everything you do on a day-to-day basis in terms of the actions. And I want you to look at all of these different things and look at what actions you've been repeating on a daily basis for over a week, over a month, over a year, 5 years, and you'll see that all of these actions that are repeated are habits. And if they're not serving you, man, that's when you know that you need to replace them. So step one, once again, become aware. Step two is rewrite it with the truth being your highest self and the highest version of you that's in your movie scene. Once again, like on that piece of paper, you can write out your current day in the life from the minute you wake up to the minute you sleep in terms of the actions and the habits you have. And then on the other side, you could have the new day in the life, which is going to be your higher self on your vision and what actions and habits they would be taking on a day-to-day basis. And you'll see that there's a massive gap between these two people, because if you did have that reality, then you would also have the habits of that guy or girl as well. Each event on your day has its own individual routine. And what you want to do now, once you've got clear on the entire day, is simply pick 3 to 5 habits that you're going to change on a daily basis and work on, which are going to drastically transform your life. This could be, for example, waking up on time. The cue could be the alarm rings. The routine could be that you get up out of bed and take some deep breaths or do some push-ups and stretching. And the reward could simply be a coffee. And you're going to reward this action. And each time you reward this, your brain's going to release dopamine, attach pleasure towards waking up early, and therefore you're going to eventually make that an automated subconscious routine, and it's going to drive you towards your goals. Another example is if you're someone who's struggling to go to the gym, you can replace it in this way. The cue would be that it's time to go to the gym, or that a friend texts you and it's time to go. The routine would be you change into your gym clothes, you get some pre-workout, and you actually follow a simple plan on your phone that you've planned the night before. And the reward could be a protein shake, rather than having the cue being that you remember it's time to go to the gym, then you procrastinate, scroll on your phone, and then the reward is that you eat some junk food. You can see how you're attaching pleasure to actually going to the gym by rewarding it with something like a protein shake that is also beneficial to you as well. And the more you repeat these actions, especially small from the get-go, then the easier it's going to become to replace these habits in your mind, and you'll see that you'll naturally flow towards your desired reality. So pick 3 to 5 habits and write down the new cues, the new routines, and the new rewards, and you're going to drastically change your life in this way. And another concept as well with these habits is you can attach pain to the bad habits and pleasure towards the good habits, just like you did with your vision, with your reasons why. Do the same with your habits. Attach pain to snoozing your alarm, attach pain to not tracking your macros, and then attach pleasure to the opposite of these things, which is waking up on time, hitting the gym, and feeling just gratitude for being your higher self. Now, what I want to introduce you to is how to tie all of these things together and actually put it into action so you can live the life that you really want. So I'm going to introduce you to the 21-day scale season. Now, the way the 21-day scale season works is have a clear vision of exactly what you want in your reality, have a clear picture of who you should be within to achieve this desired reality, have clear reasons why, which are going to move you away from your current reality towards your desired one, and 3 to 5 habits to implement and transform your life over the span of 21 days. Now, this is basically a sprint that I've put together. I've done this for myself, and every time I do this sprint, man, it changes my life. You can see right now I'm currently in Marbella in this video. And let me tell you, when I first started this sprint, I was still in the UK, and I just had it written down on a piece of paper that I'll be in Marbella in a few weeks. And I didn't know how it was going to happen, didn't know why. I simply just set the intention, impressed my subconscious mind, and imagined this to already be true. And here I am out here. So in 21 days, things can change drastically. And there's some rules for these 21-day sprints. Number one is that if you miss one day, you restart from the beginning with your habits and your actions, because you want to build the habit of your higher self. If you miss one day, restart, man. Because every day as you repeat these actions through repeated behavior, they're going to eventually become automated and subconscious. As easy as it is for you to tie your shoelaces or to brush your teeth in the morning, that's how easy you want it to be to actually embody your higher self. Rule 2 is complete every action with full intention to be your higher self. Because if you're still operating from the paradigm of your old self who doesn't have the reality you want and has crap beliefs which aren't serving them, then it's also going to play out into your actions as you go through this sprint. So with everything, you want to be intentional, you want to embody the state that your higher self would be feeling, like the feeling is the most important thing, and that way you'll see that your actions will have a different energy behind them, and you'll see that it will play out differently in your reality as well. And then the final rule is simply just to have no excuses. Be 100% committed to change, man. And if you've done all of these steps right, if you've attached pain to not achieving your vision, and if you've attached a ridiculous amount of pleasure towards achieving your vision, then you'll see there's absolutely no reason for you not to be committed, because your lack of commitment is simply just an insult to your future self and an insult to your future family and people around you. So in order to win, don't expect change if you're just going to half-ass this. Enjoy the journey, detach from the outcome, and really don't even have an outcome. Don't expect anything crazy. Don't expect the worst either. All you're doing is embodying your higher self and embracing the journey, because the journey is really the destination, man. Number 3, read your vision every day and embody that higher self, especially the feeling, because your feeling, as I said, is what's going to draw your reality back to you. Your frequency is what you're going to see in your reality. And number 4, once again, do not miss a single action, man, and you're gonna win. Now, one thing I want to talk about here as well is consistency over intensity. Chances are you remember that story as a kid of the tortoise and the hare, and you know how the hare sprints forwards with bursts of speed and the tortoise just goes slow and steady consistently throughout the race and actually wins. And that's the exact same choice that you have right now in life. You can sprint ahead with bursts of speed and take massive action within one day in alignment with your higher self, but then the next day, because you've taken this massive action but not focused on building the habit through small little wins, you end up slipping back to your old self, and then you crash, you lose momentum, and then you fall short of your goals, and then you wonder why you're still not where you want to be, living life in a loop. Or you can move with consistency, focus on getting small wins and stacking those wins, and with persistence, you will reprogram your mind with these new habits and beliefs, and therefore you will achieve your goals because you've simply become this new version of you. So most people believe that growth happens linearly, and our brains are pretty much wired to believe this. We believe that by day 90 of taking an action every single day, we should be at £10,000 per month. or by day 30 of tracking our macros, we should lose 3 kg. However, that's really not how growth happens, man. Consistency compounds over time, and growth happens exponentially. And you can see here, like, your habits will compound over time, your money will compound over time, even your health will compound over time. And this is pretty much a law, man. Like, search up the hockey stick effect, search up the net worths of guys like Elon Musk, Tesla, Amazon. You will see that all of these guys, their net worths have gone up in a hockey stick like shape. And the exact same thing will happen for you as well. For the first 30 days, you might not see a lot of change in your external reality. And you may have expected to make £3,000 a month by 30 days, but you're still at zero. And then by day 60, you might have signed like, 1 or 2 customers, or maybe you've got some opportunities here and there, but they're not truly aligned. But internally, there's a lot of stuff happening within, especially with your beliefs and your habits, which are changing. And then by day 90, all of a sudden, boom, you see massive change in your reality, and all of a sudden everything that you've been doing over the past 90 days has played out, simply because you've built them into habits and you've trusted the process of the hockey stick effect and how consistency compounds over time. This can happen on a massive scale. It can happen on a 30-year scale, like you can see with guys like Amazon and Tesla, or it can happen on a 21-day scale. It can happen on small scales, big scales, and you can see huge change within a very short amount of time as well. So on the screen right now, what you'll be able to see is the 21-day tracker, and what this has is absolutely all of the steps that you need to go ahead and implement everything that I've spoken about inside this video. It has a section for your vision, your movie scene, your new character, your new identity, the habits you're going to track, your reasons why, literally everything. And you can go ahead and track this on a daily basis for each of your actions, and this way you're going to hold yourself accountable and you're never going to slip up in life. So what you want to do is real simple. Go ahead and message me on Instagram, the word scale season, and I'll send you this tracker completely for free. My intention is really just to help you, man. And I promise you that when you apply all of these things, when you apply these habits and these actions into your life and the new beliefs and the new feelings, you'll see everything around you will change. So if you want to join the 21-day scale season, if you want to transform your life, just message me, scale season on Instagram. I'll send you the tracker for free. You can get to work, you can get started. Experiment with your life, man, because you have the power to change everything around you. I'm going to leave this video here. Once again, these are the core foundations that are going to change your life. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow my Instagram @MindOfKian. Message me scale season. And I'll see you guys in the next video.